What up, Laker Nation? You're here with your boy Kareem, aka 100 Likes. How you guys doing? Wow. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Man, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to everybody who came through earlier for the live, what I did for the NBA trade deadline. I appreciate you guys for coming out, man. Um, but also, I want to I want to say something real quick. I was seeing a lot of messages when right before I logged off that you guys, some of you guys, not all you, some of you guys still need some type of education because I didn't like some of the comments came my way, and I didn't like some of the comments came Elder way. Um, I seen guys get at Elder talk about he missed information he was saying was wrong. Um, they discredit Elder. The guys couple guys discredit me, talk about Kareem, your source. I'm unsubscribe to you because your source. Not one time I felt in my heart, I always said in my heart, I feel the Lakers was going to make a trade. I was willing to do some push-ups. Common sense to tell you it's not guaranteed because I'm not Rob Pelinka. And Rob Pelinka couldn't even guarantee that unless he just going to do anything because it takes two teams to tangle, right? So for somebody to sit there and say to think that, and the message that the reports I was given was reports what I was hearing, and also the reports that the Lakers was aggressive. And one thing you know, every reporter said the Lakers was aggressive. It's just nothing they could do, right? And I'm gonna get into the reasons why and what happened. Now, my source is definitely credible. I'm not even going to even go into all that. Like I said, now how many rumors that was out there that happened? I mean, that didn't happen. See, this is what some of you guys just need to think about. It was a lot of stuff that was rumored, and some stuff came out the clear blue. You had no idea what was going to happen. This trades, people talk, people change their mind. Like the Knicks and Lakers had a deal in place, and the last minute, one of the three-team deal in place, one team backed out. I believe it was the Knicks because they already felt because since they gave up a first round pick for Cam Reddish that they wanted to get like more, and they trying to get a little more than what their hands are tied for. Lakers is not giving their 27 pick, but I'll get into that later. Now, I'm going to get to the reason why the Lakers didn't make a trade, right? And the reason why I'm going to give the Lakers a big applause. I'm so happy. I spoke to my guy. So I really didn't. That's another reason. One, I had a little issue. Two, I said I didn't want to come on. I had to talk to him. I blew his phone up a little bit. I fell back. So finally got the call back because he's busy. He got a lot going on with, the NBA. Right? Now, he told me that, which everybody, I don't think it's too much of a secret because everybody pretty much know and you pretty much could see it on your own. But he said what it was, a lot of teams was trying to get the Lakers first round pick, was trying to get the Lakers to overpay. The deal the Lakers was willing to do straight up THT for Terrence Ross. Terrence Ross is 31. He having one of his worst seasons he had in a long time. He passed his prime. For a young THT, they was willing to do it straight up. Orlando asked for the first round pick. Everything I believe except the three-team trade, every team was trying to get the Lakers first round pick. And the Lakers looked at it like, these players not worth the first round pick, especially attaching to THT. It's not like you're attaching it to Bazemore. You're attaching it to a young guy that's a good player. That's with a contract. So I applaud the Lakers. For Laker fans, I want you guys to think, don't be mad, because I've seen a lot of guys, Laker fans, mad. You just don't want to make a trade just to make a trade. Because it was bad. Like, come on, you think you mad at that. Would you been mad at THT and the first round pick for Terrence Ross? Every team in the league would have called them stupid. Right? Think about this. How many teams gave up first round picks mostly like outside? I ain't count like the Harden and them. Those like Harden is a superstar player. How many teams gave up a first round pick? They've been asking for a first round pick for the longest for Eric Gordon. They didn't get a first round pick for Eric Gordon. They gave him up. See, this is the thing. Teams trying to get the Lakers to overpay. A lot of the deals didn't make sense. Houston called the Lakers and said they interested in the deal, but tried to get the Lakers to get a first round pick for Westbrook. See, all this come from the media and the bashing. That's all is there, and they thinking the Lakers desperate. The Lakers, I want you guys to really give the Lakers some real props, man. I'm happy. I'm really happy because you know how disturbing it would have been and the signal it would have put out if the Lakers would have attached a first round pick for a guy that wasn't really that they might could still get in the buyout market. I'm gonna get into the buyout market in a few. So it's not no real upgrade. Like, you know what I mean? THT, Terrence Ross, okay, right now Terrence Ross is more of a consistent offensive player, but he not having a good year. He don't go to the THT do a few things better than Terrence Ross, right? And Russ is better than John Wall. Now you may want to say John Wall might fit better, but overall Westbrook brings more to the table than John Wall, right? And they asked, and we've seen Westbrook play every game this year. John Wall been hurt for like three seasons. He missed a lot of games even early in his career, and like I said, for them to ask for a first round pick, that goes they didn't show the Lakers front office no respect. They showed the Lakers front office no respect. They even asked for that. John Wall played 40 games in 3 years. 40 games in 3 years, and Westbrook played every game. And how you gonna act? And they got the exact same contract. So it's not like, all right, well, we're taking on anything. No. This is a guy, an active player. So that would have been bad if the Lakers did that. People say, oh, Lakers ain't do nothing. Rob Pelinka sleep. Now, the attach TAT to Kendrick, to Chris, to Terrence Ross would have been bad. Would have been bad. We get Terrence Ross, it wouldn't have promised us winning nothing. We'd have lost. Now we'd have been out of young assets in THT. Now it'd have been Terrence Ross wouldn't have been a hot commodity. The move on the deal. You see what I'm saying? This is the thing Laker fans had to know, and this is why I'm here to educate you guys on some of the things. You just don't make a trade just to make a trade because things is not going well like that. That would have set the Lakers back. The Lakers smart keeping it the 27. Now the Lakers would want to move 27 if they'd get Christian Wood or even what Jeremy Grant, they probably would have did it. They not going to do it for the guys who the Lakers talk about. I'm hearing the Lakers interested in Chris Brochet. I'm hearing a 3-team. He went to Houston. And like I said, the Lakers can benefit through the buyout market. Like, you know what I mean? Now the buyout market, what might you already got DJ Augustine. I'm thinking that Josh Jackson might be in the buyout market. I'm Germany Lamb, because I don't think they'll keep Germany Lamb. The Kings right now, the Kings too guard heavy. They got Germany Lamb. They just look at all the people the Kings just got. They just got Germany Lamb, Justin Holiday, Josh Jackson, Dante, along with the guards they had already. I believe one of them guys going. Tristan Thompson is in the buyout market. It's going to be a lot of guys in the buyout market. Teams going to look to save money. Teams that has one players that's going to be afraid. I wouldn't be surprised if T.J. Warren get brought out. I think he may get brought out. T.J. Warren may get brought out. He in the last year his deal. He wants to cash in free agency. So in order for him to cash in free agency, what had to happen? He got to play and show teams he still can play. So if Indiana already say, hey, we rebuilding, we don't really need him on the court. So what we do, we take some money back. And he going to think, I really do think T.J. Warren going to be on the buyout market. So if you could let this type there speaking, and the Gary Harris, let's say Gary Harris, T.J. Warren, Josh Jackson, them type guys, Augustine, them type guys going to be in the buyout market. A big man like Tristan Thompson, there's going to be a lot of guys in the buyout market. Just like the Lakers going to probably get rid of DeAndre Jordan. So maybe a big man like DeAndre Jordan could back up Joel Embiid. So it's going to be some guys in the buyout market, because especially guys, look for guys who on the last year they deal, and teams don't got no use for them. Teams get to save some money. It going to work. Like, you know what I mean? And the team doing a team a favor, because like you're not going to have a guy rot on your bench and be, you know, a sour puss frowning on the bench. So now a buyout market. Now let's say a guy like TJ Warren there, and we end up getting him. Now we still got THT for the summer, and we still got the first round pick. Remind you, it's not built in one day. We still got TJ. We're gonna have THT in the summer. We could still revisit this. We could still revisit the first round pick, and Russ on expiring contract. And Russ might play better. Now I think THT definitely gonna play better. I definitely think THT gonna play better now without that distraction. This thing, trade rumors distract veterans. I saw it distract guys 32, 33 years old. It doesn't distract guys that old. So you can imagine a guy 21 years old. So you can't tell me the trade deadline wasn't a distraction to THT. They've been hearing his name since December 15th. His name been going crazy for trade since December 15th. Oh, I can't wait to January 15th till he eligible to get traded. His name been popping for 3 months to get traded. Now he know he's going to be here. Now he can ball out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got, the guys. We got to sit there and realize how this thing works and what's going to be best for the team. Russ, now we stuck with him. We got to play. Now he got to ball out and he got to do what he got to do. We got Kendrick Nunn. He be able to come back. And I think this better in the long run. Also, before I end this video, I'm glad because his deadline showed the Lakers some things, right? It showed the Lakers and LeBron James. Now, the Lakers for years always name chase. Always. They name chase the guy Gasol where there's no reason for them to let go of JaVale McGee. They ran and got Marc Gasol, and they should have kept JaVale McGee. They name chase. You know what I mean? They ain't look at the big picture of it. And LeBron James, you know, he always felt, like old guys. He wants to win with old guys. It's not going to help you when it comes to deadlines. Also, I think going to get brought out. I think Rodney Hood going to get brought out. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of guys get brought out, you know. And the thing is, you have to look at it like this. Now the Lakers could sit back and be like, you know what? We're not going to name change. We're going to do a real good job. If we get a minimum guy, we're going to get a minimum guy that's good. Because now, instead of all them guys, just look at this. The Ariza, the Bazemores, the Ellertons, the Dwight Howard, all these guys that's old that a team feel they can't use. If we had younger guys, even on the cheap, it would have been a little better. It would have been a little easier to move. An old guy like that in certain situations, a young guy, I ain't going to say young like 19, 20 years old. I'm saying young guy about 24. It makes sense for every team. See, an older guy, they may be like, I don't want the young team probably feel, I don't want them. Or a team that's not a losing team feel, I don't want to bring up Dwight Howard in this situation. We're not making the playoffs. I don't want to bring Dwight Howard in this situation. But a young guy, it will be, the floor is open for a lot of different teams. So you guys gotta open your minds up. I think it was a beautiful thing the Lakers ain't do that. Now I think a lot of GMs gonna have a lot of respect for the Lakers, and at the end of the day, they're gonna respect the Lakers and see that you just can't just throw anything at the Lakers and jump. The Lakers ain't that desperate. It showed the Lakers wasn't desperate, because at the end, teams was calling the Lakers at the end trying to get a deal, and they was not getting off the 27 for what? It's not no difference make a guy like that. It wasn't worth doing it. So I'm glad the Lakers stuck to their guns. Like, subscribe, definitely hit that subscribe button. Like, subscribe, peace.